We all know the earth-changing fight that the first battle between Goku and Vegeta had on both the manga world as well as the real world. Goku's triumphant Kaioken attack and Vegeta being able to survive it and coming back down, proving just how much of a beast he is by turning into an Ozaru, which he would inevitably get his tail cut off and be defeated. However, what if things played out a little bit differently? What if Vegeta mastered his Ozaru form? And what even further, what if he was able to go beyond it? This is a timeline where Vegeta becomes Super Saiyan 4 way too early. Vegeta has just arisen to his Ozaru form, and his anger still bellows for Kakarot, even though he has him in the palm of his hand, ready to crush his life, ready to end it. He's about to kill him. However, his rage at Kakarot's damage to his pride, he roars with unimmeasurable power as a golden form takes over his Ozaru form, and he condenses back down into an energy ball, steaming with electrical power and energy. This is Super Saiyan 4. And remember, this is still Saiyan Saga Vegeta with Super Saiyan 4. He's far stronger than anyone up to this point in the Z timeline. And he is still pure evil. So this is not exactly the best combination. Vegeta takes no prisoners and completely incinerates Goku, Krillin, Gohan, and Yajirobe, who was hiding to cut off his tail. He chuckles and tells himself that he doesn't need the Dragon Balls to wish for immortality anymore. He can simply kill Frieza now with his power. He's gone beyond what a normal Saiyan should be. He's tapped into the true roots of his power, and he believes himself to be a Super Saiyan. But he doesn't know that he's so much more now. Vegeta then leaves Earth and goes to a Frieza-owned planet and discovers the whereabouts of Frieza, which is Frieza is going to Namek. So Vegeta still, keeping his power a secret. However, from him just transforming to Super Saiyan 4, his base power has gone up tremendously. So Vegeta then gets into a pod and shoots out for Namek. When he gets there, he kills Pui Pui with a simple blink. And as Zarbon and Dodoria are still accompanying Frieza, as they have just started going through villages, killing them left and right, we see that Vegeta hunts Frieza and Frieza's lackeys down and looks at them and is able to take out Dodoria and Zarbon much easier than he was able to in the main timeline. Even Zarbon's monster form is nothing compared to what Vegeta is now. Frieza says that this doesn't make sense. His power level is now the same as Frieza's. This shouldn't even be possible. And Vegeta chuckles and says that he has evolved past Frieza and what any normal Saiyan was or should be or could be. He is a super. Frieza just chortles at this. This is simply bogus. And Vegeta begins to power up and raises his ki to its almost maximum, and then even enters a golden blonde-haired form, which he doesn't even recognize, but Frieza does as the scouter explodes. Frieza is now terrified by this, and Vegeta begins to absolutely beat the tar out of Frieza until Frieza is forced to transform into his third form to be able to equal out with Vegeta. However, Vegeta's now far too fast, and Frieza has taken way too much damage, so he evolves to his ultimate and final form, and then goes full power right off the bat and begins going blow for blow with Vegeta, even having the upper hand on him. However, Vegeta then tells Frieza that he hasn't even witnessed the legend yet. He grabs a hold of both of his hands and says that he will pay for all the blood he spilled of his people, and then roars, turning Super Saiyan 4 right in front of him, with the shock wave starting to weaken Frieza and even burn some of his skin as Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta looks him dead in the eyes and puts his hand through Frieza's chest, ending his life. Or at least he thinks he's killed Frieza. Unbeknownst to him, Frieza begins to lower his power level. Even though it is demeaning, he knows he's nothing compared to Vegeta now. And Vegeta, now having no other goals, decides to look for the Dragon Balls for his own purposes as Frieza calls his forces and escapes the planet and has all of his forces hunt down Vegeta and even has the Ginyu Force show up, which are just mere pawns for Vegeta to kill as he slaughters both all of the Ginyu Force and all Frieza's lackeys and whatnot as he makes his way to the Namekian Dragon Balls, and he forces them to tell him or to make Porunga be summoned. Vegeta, although he is confident in his new power, he says that he's still smart, so he does eventually and finally wish for immortality, achieving his wish of eternal life. And the next wish is something secret for the moment. Goku and the gang looking in from Otherworld on King Kai's planet, although they've been training and getting stronger, Goku comments that even with his new Kaioken transformation, he wouldn't have been able to defeat Frieza like that. Kaioken times 25 wouldn't have been enough. And King Kai agrees, and Goku says that they're going to have to get a lot stronger before they come back to Earth. However, King Kai says that he most likely will not be summoned back to Earth at any future point. And Goku asks why, and King Kai tells him that the Earth has been overrun by an army of androids. They're all dubbed either Cell or Cell Jr., with only one main Cell who is green and is basically the legacy of Dr. Giro's work, as he put his mind along with Android 19's within the body of this perfect Cell, as the Earth is both ruled over and protected by an army of Cell Juniors and Cell himself. And Goku asks, well, maybe they should try to contact someone else. Which is when a mysterious voice from behind them appears as it is Supreme Kai. And he tells Goku that that's a splendid idea. He could summon him back. However, he is going to need something from this young Saiyan. Which, off in the corner of the universe, we look in on what Frieza has been up to in this time that has passed. And we see Frieza has approached a ancient sorcerer and requests that the sorcerer aid him. He explains the situation with Vegeta, that he ruled a mighty empire. He had an army at his disposal, but Vegeta managed to wipe it all out in a single stroke with his new Super Saiyan transformation, which we know as Super Saiyan 4. There was nothing he could do against that power. He knows that this sorcerer can grant power, and he knows that it won't be free, so he's willing to do anything to have his revenge on Vegeta. And the sorcerer steps out of the shadows. Bibbidi. He tells Frieza that he will help him, but Frieza is going to have to swear his allegiance to him, and when all is said is done, he gets a portion of the Frieza Empire as well. Frieza says a done deal, and Bibbidi then uses his Majin powers to embed it into Frieza as Frieza begins to train. Meanwhile, we finally look in at what Vegeta's final wish was. Vegeta has resurrected all of the Saiyans that have died, and even some of the ancient Saiyans, and he has now taken over the world of new Vegeta. And if any of those had an issue with his ruling, it is his birthright, and he's more than willing to make them bow down, as he will use the regular Super Saiyan glow to make them bow. But Super Saiyan 4, he plans to just keep it hidden all to himself and only pull it out when he absolutely needs to. But he is the master, the king of the Saiyans, as Prince Vegeta has been elevated to King Vegeta. Now, this is where we'll leave off from here. Like and subscribe if you want another part to this series.